Welcome everybody to the Single and Stiletto Show. I'm Suzanne Oshima and I'm a matchmaker and dating coach at Dream Bachelor and Bachelorette. I'm also the founder of Single and Stilettos. Today we have on our show Marni Kinrys, and she's a wing girl and founder of winggirlmethod.com. And I'm so excited to have her here, ladies, because she's got the inside secrets on men because she's been working with men for over a decade. And today we're talking about he's great, but he's a bad kisser. Now what? And I've been there, and ladies, I know you've been there too. So she's going to tell us what to do in this type of situation. But before she does, Marni, tell our audience a little bit about you and how you became a wing girl.
Oh, well, I've been a wing girl for actually over a decade now. God, for a very long time. But yeah, for a very long time. And I started my business at a singles mixer at a rabbi's house. How everybody starts their businesses, right? That's where they all start. And I was there and nobody was talking to each other. Like literally the singles mixer looked like a junior high school dance where there were boys on one side, girls on the other side of the room. Nobody would talk to each other. So I started grabbing men because I was not interested in any of the guys there. I started grabbing men and introducing them to women. And I was their icebreaker and I would help facilitate the conversation. And by the end of the night, people were making out with each other. They were exchanging phone numbers. Anyway, so I felt like I was a very good wing girl for the evening. And I made a joke to my roommate saying, what if I was a wing girl for my career? And he's like, nah, that's never going to happen. Guys don't want to hear what women think. And I was like, that's not true. So I posted an ad on Craigslist and I had 75 responses by the next morning. So I started, and that is now what has become the wing girl method.
Awesome. Well, and ladies, she has the total inside scoop. So, Marni, tell the ladies what they should do if they go out on a couple dates with the guy or even just one date and he's great, but then he turns out to be a bad kisser. What should a woman do? Should she just like can him and say that's it? Or should she do something else?
Well, it's a sticky situation because the thing is like, I've noticed this in myself, and I know that women always want to do the best. Like with my husband, I'll ask him, for sexual things, am I doing this right? Or is there a better way that I can do it? Which sometimes makes him uncomfortable, but sometimes he really likes that I'm asking.
Uh-huh.
On the flip side, men don't typically like to hear that they're doing something incorrectly or that is turning you off in some way. So there has to be like a gentle way for you to say, yeah, you're the worst kisser in the entire world. So the nicer way to do it would just be for you to kind of get into a teacher role where you're teaching him and showing him in a seductive, fun, and flirty way how you like to be kissed. So the next time that you are, and if he can follow the lead, that's amazing. The next time that you're making out with the guy, you can just say, okay, hold on a second, I want to try something. And like, you can like take your top off, whatever it is that you can do to make it like a sexy, fun experience. Because everything's more fun for guys if your breasts are showing, right? So I'm just joking, sorry. But no, to make it a better kiss, where you just say, that's why the naked news is so popular. But you say to him, okay, so let's try this. And I don't know how it is that you want to be kissed, but for me, I like to be kissed like really slowly in the beginning, like nibbling on the lips and then tongue. Anyway, so I would guide in those directions and just say like, let's play a little game of follow the leader. And if he wants to jump on board with that, then that can be fun and playful. And then you can show him, say, okay, I'm going to do something to you, then I want you to do it back to me. But you're really like teaching in a fun, playful way. And it's showing a guy how you want things done. And then afterwards, what you can do is I'm going to be so insulting to men, but it's like a dog, right? Or like a child afterwards. You want to reward them and just say, you know what? Like that was so sexy the way that you were kissing me, or that was I loved how you kissed me. If you don't want to say so sexy, that's not in your character. You can say, I really loved how you kissed me. Like that felt amazing when you nibbled on my lips, and walk him through those steps again so that it reinforces what it was that he was doing that was correct. And hopefully, he can learn from one time, but maybe you need to do it again the next time or the next time after that. And slowly you can shift him into being the type of kisser that you want and that turns you on.
Okay, so I'm laughing because I'm thinking about a couple different scenarios where this actually happened to me, and so I'll give you two different examples. Well, they're kind of both the same because they were just bad. One guy kissed literally like a lizard,
I hate that.
Yeah, and it was like the worst thing, and it was horrible because I really liked the guy. I thought he was awesome, and then when he kissed me, everything went downhill from there. I was totally turned off. I didn't even want to kiss him. I couldn't even kiss the guy on the cheek because I was so turned off by it. So, like in that situation, I mean, it's a first kiss, but what do you do?
Well, what you do is you send him over to winggirlmethod.com and I'll teach him how to kiss properly. Listen, I've had the same situation as well, where somebody's doing a lizard kiss, or they do like those cold pecks that are just like so horrible. And again, it's a tough situation, but that actually does say like what your chemistry is going to be like in bed. I'll say this: I wouldn't cut somebody off because they're a bad kisser.
Okay.
But I would give it another shot to try and show him the next time that you guys do kiss. It's a huge bruise to the ego if there are very few men who can handle being told, I don't really love how you kiss. Can we try not being a lizard for a second and try kissing like a real man? Like there is no nice way to say it. I wouldn't break things off with a guy because he's not kissing well, but I would try doing the lead by example, or you can say, you know what, take a pause back and say, can I show you how I really like to be kissed? Because I would love if you could kiss me that way because I'm so attracted to you. I'm so turned on by you. But here's how I like kissing. Because in the very beginning, nobody's going to kiss the exact same way. It takes time to figure out the other person's style. So the more kindly and more gently you can say those things, the better. And then at the end of the day, his emotions are his emotions. They're up to him. If you've done your best to be kind and honest, and he still gets rattled by that, and he gets, he turns into a baby, or embarrassed or whatever it is, that's on him. That's not on you.
Right. And I just have to emphasize, Marnie, because a lot of women don't realize this, because a lot of women think that men have, these strong egos and they should be able to handle criticism and all of that. And I need for you to tell the
No
ladies
way.
that even the most confident man, if you were to say, I don't like how you kiss or whatever it is, it's going to kill him.
Yeah. Well, anything that has to do with the definition of man, if you are not down on it, like with whatever is like kissing, with being able to make a woman happy, with anything that's supposed to be masculine, oh my God, yeah, it's a huge bruise to their ego.
So, ladies, it really is important how you bring it up to them, and you have to be gentle because let's just look at it in reverse. I mean, nobody thinks that they're a bad kisser. They don't go, "Oh, I kind of suck at that," and wait for someone to tell them, right? Like
Right.
if a guy said that to me, like you suck at kissing, that I would be like, I would be first of all, I would be mortified, and I would never
Me
want to
too.
go on a date. But if he just showed me instead of what he liked to be kissed like, that would be different. That would make me
Yeah.
try and encourage me. That wouldn't make me say to myself, oh, I'm a bad kisser. I would just say to myself, oh, that's how he likes to be kissed, right?
Exactly. And then you want to make him happy and he wants to make you happy, especially if you guys liked each other. So that's the more gentle way to do it.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Marnie. So, Marnie, tell our audience how they can find you and what you have for our audience. Because, ladies, I'm telling you, she's been working with men for the last decade, over a decade, like she said. She knows the inside secrets on men. So, tell them about your new
Yeah.
thing.
Well, okay, so you can go to winggirlmethod.com and there's a section that says women's advice. You can sign up for my free newsletters there, or you can get my new program that's called That's Not How Men Work, where I've taken everything that I've learned from men over the past decade, like things that I didn't know that have helped me tremendously with my own relationship with my husband. And I put that all into one place and I've explained to women how men actually do work because they don't work the way that we think. So I'm sure you'll provide a link, but if you want to go there, go to winggirlmethod.com/menwork. And also you can check out my podcast, the Ask Women podcast. That's super entertaining, very educational, and awesome.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on the Single and Stiletto Show.